Welcome to the tutorial video for using the Sanitech tool by the Center for Study of Science, Technology and Policy, or as we like to be known, CSTEP. So, to begin with, this is a web-based tool, so you can directly go to the website that you can see on the top corner. It's darpan.cstep.in/Sanitech. And once you're here, it'll show you the start button. So let's go ahead. As you can see, you have an option of selecting the cities and some information on how to do so. So why don't we go ahead and select a city to see. So we'll be selecting a demo version of a city. And as you can see, a polygon over here. Now if you want to know where exactly it is placed, you can turn on the advanced site option like here. Now here you have a polygon which represents the city's boundaries. And once you click on it, you'll see the sanitation situation of the city in terms of percentage share. You also have certain constraints which are nothing but the situation in the city that dictates what appropriate sanitation system can be applied. So depending on what is selected amongst the constraints, the appropriate technologies change for different parts of the value chain. For example, for water availability, having low water availability shows different suitable user interfaces, and high water availability shows different user interfaces. You can do this for across the sanitation value chain, and based on your constraints, a set of suitable systems will be shown. So these systems which you see here are predefined systems on a repository which are suitable for the context we're talking about over here. Now if you want to do more, log in. So by logging in, you can actually access more features of the tool. So here I shall log into another city. As you can see here, we have another city boundary. So let's see where the city of Angul is located. And we click on Angul, we see the information, we see the constraints option, and we can also change the constraints. So you can see here, as we keep changing the different constraints, the number of options available will change. The reason why you're able to change the constraints is because certain constraints may be hard, certain may be more reversible in nature. So once we select all our constraints, we have a series of different technologies or systems available, and these can be compared on the basis of many parameters. So here you can see a comparison against many different parameters like cost, land requirement, etc. Now, if you want to build your own system because you do not like any of the systems in our repository, we have you covered. Use the create system option, choose the type of system you want to build, then go ahead and build it. Give your system a name. Choose at what level is it applicable. Are you thinking of a household level toilet, or a community toilet, or a public toilet? Now Sanitech will require you to choose technologies across the value chain. You can compare the different options for every part of the value chain, but you must select options throughout the value chain to make sure that you're developing complete systems and not incomplete systems which are not of the highest quality or caliber. Once you've selected different options across the value chain, you can select the create option to build your own system. Now that you know what systems are appropriate for your technology or for your context, you can use the interventions option. So in interventions, you can select a specific system to serve a particular percentage of the population. You can do it for the slum population as well as the non-slum population. And make sure that you do it for different categories of sanitation situations, such as households with no toilets versus households that do have toilets but which lead to the environment. So as you can see, there are many different categories of sanitation situation, and you can choose appropriate systems for each of these categories. You can also decide on certain financial inputs. There are certain default numbers, and you can change these and then save all of it as a scenario. Now, what next? Well, you can go to the My Scenarios option and you can compare all the scenarios that you have developed. So you can see there are different scenarios and they have different values for different indicators. Well, let's compare them at a more visual manner. So here you have the capex, opex and the revenue generated for different scenarios. So I can even toggle my subcategories to see the values change. You have cost indicators, you have coverage indicators, you have an environmental performance rating which compares the performance over time, and you have estimated output quality for different values and different quality parameters such as TSS, TN, COT and BOT. Apart from this, you can also download these values as inputs for the CEPT University tool SaniPlan. So you can see the entire output of a particular scenario and you can download it as an Excel file and you can directly put it or plug it into your SaniPlan tool. Finally, if you have more doubts or concerns, you can always use the help section, which gives you the essentials for running the tool, a manual to describe how to use the tool, a compendium of sanitation technologies that we have also developed alongside this tool, and finally a form that allows you to get in touch with us should you need any help or if you're interested in including your city in Sanitech. Well, this is all from us. Please feel free to get in touch with us. And thank you for seeing the tutorial video for Sanitech.